My name is Jack, and I just got fired. I wanted to bike from Barcelona to Berlin. The first thing I did was cheat by taking a train, and then I went up some hills that were way steeper than I thought. It was worth it because everything was really pretty afterwards. I reached Perpignan in the south of France, and my friend Thomas hosted me and cooked a delicious meal for me. I want to share more of this adventure with you guys. A breakfast and a goodbye, went through the market, got offered some free oysters by this lady, saw a certified piece of shit, and then I kept riding. Riding along the Mediterranean coast led to some truly amazing views. I saw a ton of cool animals, but the highlight of the day was almost getting stuck into this river to get this shot of a flamboyance of pink flamingos. It was time to enjoy those oysters, but I completely forgot the knife was brand new, and what happened. Yup. Biking makes me very hungry, and I was very eager to try this portable stove, instant noodles, canned octopus, and some avocado. 10 out of 10. Chef. The day was almost over, shadows were getting longer, and the sun finally starts setting. So, decided to pull out my tent and have my first night in the outside. There's 100 billion mosquitoes, frogs, and all kind of weird animal noises. It's pretty amazing. I rode for over 100 kilometers today. I don't know how often I'll be able to pull this off, but this was a very promising second day. I left the mosquito den and resumed my journey along the coast. I was offered a free hot chocolate by this lady. I guess I was wrong about French people. As I'm riding, it's so hard not to stop every time I see a cool animal. I just have to take a video. Does anyone know what this blackbird is? Another pink flamingo, but this guy was a loner. The following bike path was straight out of a video game. It led me to a forest, in which I got lost. Terribly lost. It was really frustrating. So, I ended up on the bike path again. Worth it, I guess? I finally left the coast, and everything seemed a bit more boring. But I made it to Montpellier, where my friend Pierre was waiting for me, and this time I was the cook. Bon appétit.
With a brief passage through the city's magnificent plaza, I started riding north. The road looked bland, but also confusing. Because once again, I got lost in a forest, which made me really rethink my dependence on Google Maps. There really is an uprising of the machine. It won't be crazy killer robots, they'll just get rid of our ability to sync. Luckily, mine still provides the bare minimum. I made it out, recharging snacks, and went through the city of Uzes, which was surprisingly beautiful. I enjoyed riding down a few hills, and then I got blessed by a freaking double rainbow, yeah! Even if I wanted to keep riding, it's good to know when to call it quits, and as I saw the sun setting, I decided to go to sleep.
I love morning at camp. Porridge is delicious and super easy to make. Rising with the sun without needing an alarm just feels right. I think I have 2 new roommates. They're cool. It's time to go. I have to evict them. With almost 160 kilometers to cover in a day, today would be the most challenging so far. Should I eat this? Looks tasty. With very few exceptions, the countryside can seem quite dull. I finally made it to the Via Rona. Hundreds and hundreds of kilometers going along the Rhone River. Of course the wind was against me, and it felt like it was never ending. Of all the bridges so far, this one had to be the coolest. I saw so many green lizards and grass snakes, but I couldn't catch them on videos, so here's a caterpillar and some goats instead. On the other hand, I finally got a video of a heron. These guys are really camera shy. Is that a Zorse? How did it get there? After 9 hours of riding, and only 5% left on my phone, my friend Michael came and picked me up to show me the way to his house. Once I was there, I felt welcomed like a king. Was offered a warm dinner, some pastries, and the most comfort I've had since the beginning of the trip, my very own bed. Michael is a really cool guy. After spending the night at his place, he offered to do a few kilometers with me. Mentally, this was a great relief, as he knew the area perfectly, and we didn't have to rely on any kind of map. But as the day went on, the weather got progressively worse. We quickly agreed that even though riding together was really fun, it was smarter to take a train to reach our next destination. My last day in France was special. I met up with my friend Remy in his hometown of Annecy. I've been carrying my skateboard for 6 days, so it was finally time to use it. After a few trials and error, I finally got a satisfying ollie flip. This little combo was really fun, and I think the locals really liked it. And I worked on my nose names because I really suck at this trick. After that, it was time to go and enjoy the lake. I had to go for a swim. Annecy is a truly amazing city. It's no surprise that everyone just seems really happy there. It seems like the birds share this opinion as well. After relaxing and reading a bit, it was time to start cooking. Because when Remy offered to go on a hike, I had to make sure we had top quality snacks to go along with it. The hike was a race against the sun. After following a few sketchy paths, we eventually made it to this cave, where we got to see the nightfall above the lake. A truly unique experience. Borders are such a weird concept. On paper, they're just imaginary lines made by man. But today, when I entered Switzerland, I immediately knew I was in a different country. Maybe it was the architecture, the cute villages, the splendid parks, or the amazing houses. Swiss people are definitely onto something. Anyways, look at this cute guy. And this cute mama. She introduced me to her kids. I was somehow offered free roasted chicken. I can assure you, this scene did not last long. I got woken up by a weird noise. I didn't know much about storks until this morning. This cute Swiss village was somehow the house of not one or two, but over 6 different stork nests. The bird that I somehow thought was a lot smaller. The noise they make with their beak reminds me of a dinosaur, and the architecture of their nest seems almost human-like. I truly admire how functional their family dynamic is, and I was so impressed by the size of their wingspan. This was also the coolest campsite, running water and plugs to charge my electronic device. The weather wasn't with me that day, and I still had a long way to go. What was a drizzle at first quickly became very inconvenient. Luckily, I'm prepared for that. I hope this will be the last time I see rain. The trees are a great shelter. The soup, canned tuna and bread makes a really solid lunch. And eventually, I escaped the rain. The Swiss heron was a lot less shy than his French counterpart. I made it to Zurich, had a well-deserved hot bath, and a ridiculous amount of food after this very long day. Goodbye Zurich. Had to hit a few hills to exit the city, and this would be my last day in Switzerland. The views did not disappoint. One of my tires went flat, which was meant to happen at some point. This adorable Swiss lady stopped by, asked me if I needed help, and even though I didn't, she came back to give me some snacks. Bikers must help each other, she said. I really love this country. I've been so lucky with random encounters so far. And that chocolate was delicious. Here's a legless lizard. I think it was playing dead. And the closest shot I got of a hawk. A donkey and a pony.
an enchanting forest, an endless field. This day was lonely and peaceful. Until my friend Luciana joined me for the ride. Skateboarding really is the best to make friends all around the world. Together we rode along the Lake of Constance, a lake so large you can sometimes barely see the end. And eventually we made it to Vorarlberg in Austria. After riding 360 kilometers in 3 days, it was finally time for me to relax.
Luciano showed me around his hometown, Bregenz in Austria. We went for a short hike through the mountain, through a forest with impressive trees, and when at the top found a restaurant, we knew we had to go for it. Sunset on a lake with a view on the Alps. Sold. I really didn't want to leave. After enjoying the view one last time, it was time to get back on the road. This day was hard. The view in South Germany wasn't as exciting. Here's another forest, and here's another field. At some point the route offered 15 kilometers along this river, but that also turned out to be disappointing as the route was blocked. And we're back into a boring field. If the day wasn't already hard enough, I punctured another tire. I always knew this journey would be hard, but this was one of those days that was really tough emotionally. I miss my home, I miss my own bed, and I know this journey is coming to an end soon. So even if today sucked, I have to embrace it as part of the experience. At least, the sunset was great.
Fields and forest. Fields and forest. Very pretty field next to a forest. I'm out of snacks, I'm out of water, I need to recharge. I'm a very hungry boy, nom 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 nom. Sleepy boy. Running down another forest. Charging my phone at random people's house.
Cheers! Cheers guys!
Cheers.
Thank you!
Boring river, boring village, and another field. And another forest. This one goes downhill. Which means eventually I have to go uphill. I finally made it to civilization. Next to Nuremberg and Erlangen. 300 kilometers in 2 days. That's a new record.
Magie.
Burgers and fries. Paul is such a great guy.
This is day 15 of biking from Barcelona to Berlin. And whoever said Germany was flat is a liar!
I was kind of worried I had to drive near the highway, but hopefully that was not the case. Back to the good old countryside. I made some new friends, I think. And thanks to all the hard work from the previous day, I could take it easy like these guys. Those rocky hills look really cool, and I knew that eventually I would have to face them myself. Despite the small distance I had to cover, today was challenging. As I was admiring this cute village, Google Maps tried to play another trick on me. I am not going down those stairs on the bike. This narrow passage near the river was really fun. And I found shelter seconds before the storm started. Just half an hour later, and I was back on the road. Everything looks more fantastic in this rainy weather. And this hill went down for 5 kilometers straight. Super fun. I went through the city of Kulmbach. It was super cute, didn't know about it. And the sun made his triumphant return. And as I was biking through this dark, gloomy forest, I asked the first house I found if I could camp in their garage, to which they said yes. I wasted no time installing my stuff, making myself a super cozy nest. I even had a little chair and a table to make myself a super tasty dinner. I can even plug my devices. I'll be super ready for tomorrow. The storm came back in the night. 16 of going from Barcelona to Berlin on a bike. Holy cow, so much more hills today. Hills, but also super shitty passes full of mud and alleys that probably predate the fucking Cold War. Speaking about the Cold War, I made it to East Germany. Here's a tank from exactly that era. And here are remains of the border, I guess. And I thought this shitty day couldn't get any more boring or worse. I punctured another tube and I was out. I had nothing to change it. Thanks to this random bike expert, I was saved. Turns out it wasn't just the tube, it was the whole tire that was fucked up. Once again, it's getting dark and I'm almost getting lost in some super creepy forest. And that's completely part of the experience. Not everything can go as planned. I found this magic tree. I hope it will bring me luck. But I mostly got deeper and deeper in the creepy forest. Eventually met a villager who led me to this piece of land. She told me I could camp there, and you know what? I'll take it. I'm hungry, I need to rest. I've had too much adrenaline for today. Tomorrow will be better. This is day 17 of biking from Barcelona to Berlin. And I bet your breakfast isn't as cool as mine. Great time with those guys, I will miss them. That today would be better, and it was. The route was mostly flat or downhill. Even the forest segments were kinda cool. I relearned how to ride without my hands. Went through the city of Altenburg. And at this point, everything became really flat. Whoops, didn't want to scare you guys. Made it to the city of Leipzig in the middle of the afternoon. This monument was super impressive. With all that time ahead of me, I thought I'd go and skate. Finn showed me his local skate park. He learned front crook that day. Super good too. And even after riding the bike for 100 kilometers, I still had some legs for skating. I lucked out on the sketchy line. I tried to clean it up, but the universe sent me a signal it was time for a break. So instead, I went to enjoy a few drinks with our friends. And a fat dinner to sleep like a baby. Barcelona to Berlin. And it actually wasn't the plan. There's more or less 190 kilometers between Barcelona and Leipzig. I wanted to do a larger part the first day and then have a very relaxed last day. I really wanted to take my time, enjoy the ride. Chose a super nice place for my lunch, by the way. Reminded me of the beaches at the start of my trip. I even stopped at a skate park to get a quick clip. And then, I don't know. As I kept riding, the distance to Berlin became smaller and smaller. And I just didn't see myself relaxing. I wanted to complete my quest. The cool animals got together one last time. And even though I was exhausted and the sun was getting lower, I decided to push the extra mile, even in the dark. And after 9 hours of riding, that was it. I reached Berlin. Now I can enjoy a well-deserved 2 weeks of vacation. And later this summer, I'll probably do Scandinavia. So stay tuned. My whole body hurts. I need to approach this differently.